Hi, this is Gina, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my process for creating my website. I just want to start by saying I feel like learning the myriad of tools that we had to learn to get to this part of the week was definitely a test in mental stamina, and I'm glad I went through it. It is not lost on me that these tools are going to be very advantageous to my students once they learn how to use them themselves. So that is what I kept thinking about as I self-taught myself how to use resources that I've had used as a user. So here we go. As you can see, I have the OBS how to make high quality local recordings because I had very choppy video, and now hopefully I don't. Anyway, let's get to it. The first thing that I did is I created a website that included a carousel slideshow. Let's go ahead and press show here. Oh, well, the funny part about my website is that it looked actually quite brilliant in the small view screen that you have here. And I was able to change the size of the images so that they wouldn't broadcast at 100%. And I was able to also, but I wasn't able to center them, which was quite frustrating for me. Not having them centered within the division of space that I wanted it to be in. There was also text that was down here that I ended up commenting out. So because I couldn't figure out how to have that text be at the bottom of the division. If you look over here, it says slideshow container. The maximum width is 500 px. Originally that said 1,000, and I think maybe if I had played around with this number a little bit better, a little bit more, I probably would have been a bit more successful, and then played with the margins and the padding. But instead, I chose to just get it to cancel it out, and that was it. So I actually Googled how to do a slideshow, and I found this wonderful website that's very resourceful called w3schools.com, and it actually gives you the code, the HTML code, the CSS code, as well as the JavaScript code. I wanted to make sure that I understood everything that I was doing, so I pretty much commented on every single line of text just to make sure that I had a true understanding of what was being written. So let me do show. So I really didn't like the way the space was distributed when everything was in full screen. And so the professor talked to me a little bit about learning some bootstrap commands that would probably help me with the distribution and have a responsive website. But I wasn't exactly 100% confident that I understood all of the HTML5 and CSS exercises that we did in Bootstrap, so I decided to go ahead and start a site from scratch. And I'm not gonna lie, I just really just went and looked at a lot of the headings that were part of our part of our HTML CSS exercises, and I decided to find a space within this website to use them. So I definitely created style sheets for everything, for the divisions. I created style sheets for the paragraph text, the bulleted text, as well as the lines and the headings. And I even included a font. I downloaded a font and included it and changed some of the font designations. And I made sure to make things different colors so that I had proof and evidence that each style was working. One of the problems I ran into was that the image was displaying 90 degrees in the wrong direction. So I had to learn how to rotate the image. And again, I just searched and I found some code for that. And it's easy. You just manipulate the degrees here. So I rotated the image 90 degrees so that it would be standing straight up. And I made some changes. Actually, I should have commented it out because this is actually not working. I'm not using it anywhere. I actually made some changes and changed the position and added a border to the image. Um, let's see. So I was very satisfied that I understood how to globally define and then call those global definitions, also known as class. And that's how I looked at it, because that's how, back in the day when I used to do hypercard texting or hyperscript, that's how you did things, as well as like microworld, you do the same thing that way, and turtle art. And so it felt familiar in that respect. It just a little organized, just a little bit differently. So I didn't really find any challenges. I was able to add my images. I was able to add my text. I was able to add the background bullets. YouTube, I had a little trouble. I couldn't center this YouTube video, so I just need to learn how to do that. And people could put in text, and there were additional links, so it felt very straightforward to me. And I'll just quickly show you what that site looks like. So there it is, and it feels like it responds to the space, because I can definitely change things. But I am definitely doing the bootstrap exercises to see what I'm missing out on, or how to improve this website. So for me, the next challenge is going to be creating a website that resembles some of the websites that are beautifully designed and are effective at using space, um, in a way to communicate information efficiently. Thank you.